Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I am showing that it is now 1 o'clock, so we're going to get going. I'm going to do a sound check. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Great,
Hear
great.
you.
Thank you. Now I'm going to turn off the notifications. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending our presentation today. I'm Taylor Ferguson, Data Manager with Georgia Tech Human Resources. I'm joined by Angelle Hammond. She is our Senior Process and Project Manager. We're excited to show you how HR data is powering our institution and how technology is shaping the future of our workplace. So this is just basic HR data 101. So it's going to get high level, and we'll explore what HR data is. HR data is the backbone for every employee's journey at Georgia Tech. It covers everything from recruiting and hiring, promotions, changes in employment and retirement. This data is highly sensitive. Think of this as digital DNA of our workplace. That's why it's protected. Oh, I just got a notification that you're not showing my screen. So let me try that one more time. Hold on. All right. So if anybody's playing Teams meeting bingo, you get 2 squares off from me today already. Okay. Can, now, can I get a thumbs up if you can say, hey, my screen's sharing? Thank you. So, like I was saying, HR data is the backbone. Is the it cover, HR data is the backbone of every employee's journey. It covers everything: recruiting, hiring, promotions, job changes, and retirement eventually. This data is highly sensitive. That's why it's protected and access is strictly limited. So let's follow the story of George Burdell. Everybody knows George. So George is a young, eager applicant. He submits his resume and references. As he's hired, his onboarding paperwork, training completions, and benefit selections are all securely tracked in the HR systems. Then, over the years, George gets promoted. He changes jobs. He moves departments. He has performance reviews. All of this is added to George's record. Eventually, George retires. We get his exit interview into the system, and his retirement benefits are documented as well. Every step of George's career, from applicant to retiree, is captured as HR data, ensuring accuracy, privacy, and a complete picture of his time at Georgia Tech. So think of our HR data management team as air traffic controllers. They make sure every piece of information lands safely and securely without any mix-up and risks. So, managing HR data is a collaborative effort. USG hosts our system. It's called One USG Connect, and it's a PeopleSoft system. But teams at Georgia Tech are responsible for entering, maintaining, and processing GTHCM data. HR data is like a network. Each piece connects the others to give us a complete picture of our workforce. Let's imagine George Burdell's journey again. When he's hired, his foundation data is already set up. So this is where his departments are, his position, his job code, his job title. As he completes his onboarding, his personal compensation data are added. When George takes training, it's logged into training management, logged into learning management. When he gets promoted, changes position, changes job codes, his job data is updated. When he takes vacation, it's absence management. And then payroll ensures he's paid correctly. All of these data points are working together, giving us a full picture of Georgia's career and job at Georgia Tech. Now, just of note, our learning management system and performance management systems are not within One USG Connect. Learning management is ingenious, while performance management is done through ServiceNow. When we talk about HR data, there's a few big challenges that come up. First, keeping data quality high, because even small errors in an employee's record can cause problems. We don't want a problem with a person's payroll, for instance. Next, confidentiality is critical. HR data includes sensitive information, so protecting is a top priority of the Institute and USG. Then there's managing access. We need to make sure the right people can see the right data without opening the door to security risks. Another challenge is the sheer volume of transactions. Think payroll, think benefits, performance reviews, pay changes, job changes. And finally, even when we have the data presented in a clear when we have the data presented in a clear and meaningful way, it can be challenging. So that's why our good technology and HR is so important. Let's talk about how we access the data. On the left, we have system access. Employees can log in and see their own information, things like personal details, payroll, benefits. It's encouraged that everybody do this periodically to make sure we have everything correct for you. Managers get a little more access because they need to see job-related data for their direct reports. I have included the link here. If anybody is not aware of it, it's the self-service.hprod.1hcm.usg.edu. That is the access point for both manager self-service and employee self-service. Now on the right, we're looking at access to reports. This isn't open to everyone. It's based on the security role in One USG Connect. Your access depends on your function and whether you need the data to do your work. Even if you can run a report, you'll only see those results for the department you're authorized to view. So the system is designed to keep sensitive information secure while giving people the data that they need to get their jobs done. There are a few system manager self-service queries listed here. They can be accessed through, again, the manager self-service tile through the system manager reporting. Some of the more common ones that are used are the job data, absence balances, absence activity, and reviewing time not reported that needs to be approved. Now we're going to go into a more informative part of this presentation. We're going to explore the potentials and possibilities as we build to the next Unified ERP. I will turn it over to Angelle Hammond. I'm going to stop presenting for a moment, and Angelle will pick back up.
Fantastic. Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks, Angelle.
So as Taylor mentioned, my name is Angelle Hammond. I am a senior process and project manager for GTHR. I was brought in to help to support the Unified ERP Workday implementation. There's more information at a session on Wednesday that we can learn about what's going on in the Unified ERP space. A little bit more background about myself. I worked on the initial implementation of PeopleSoft back in the 90s. And then more recently, I worked at Cox Enterprises, where I led a team through the Workday implementation. I'm really thrilled to be back at Georgia Tech supporting a successful implementation of Workday. Please let me know if you somebody give me a thumbs up. Make sure we can see the screen. All right, awesome. And then I will fast forward. I'll be looking at Workday reporting tools and data analytics. Over the next 5 slides, I'll be sharing some information and capabilities about Workday Studio, Workday Report Writer, Workday Prism, and AI. One can compare Workday Studio to PeopleSoft tools like Application Designer, People Code, Integration Broker, etc. Both are development environments, but they differ significantly in architecture, approach, and capabilities. Some of the key features with Workday Studio, it's a graphical drag and drop. A lot of us are used to coding. Our developers are used to doing a lot of coding, where in Workday, we're moving to more of a configurable integration build. Also, there's integration with external systems via web services, FTP, etc. And there's also built-in debugging and testing tools. Uh, Common use cases, connecting Workday with third-party applications, automating data flows between Workday business objects, and then custom reporting and data extraction. Benefits, flexibility and control over integration logic and having to code, scalable and reusable components, enhanced error handling and monitoring. So on to Report Writer. Report Writer can be compared to PS Query or SQL Developer. Imagine dragging and dropping to build queries instead of writing SQL code. Workday Reporter can be used by both technical and non-technical workers. Some of the key features, of course, there's custom reporting, real-time data access, calculated fields. This is where across the organization, if we define a certain way of, saying full-time employees, we can use that same calculated field across all of our reports. There's filtering, sorting, as well as drill down functionality. And one of the really cool features is that once security is set up for a practitioner, that security will flow through into Report Writer. The types of reports range from very simple to advanced. Some of the really cool reports, I would say, trending reports where you can look at data over time, and the inbox report, which allows users to summarize, drill, and display results across defined horizontal and vertical boxes. Here's a chart that compares Workday Report Writer to PS Query. Let's see, data model. So main difference, major difference, Workday uses object-oriented business objects, where PeopleSoft uses relational database, relational tables and views. So in Workday, you don't have to really know what the joins are or how to connect the data. Technical skill is low to medium, where PeopleSoft is medium to high. Security model, again, it's role-based, whereas in PeopleSoft, you have to set up additional query access. And then the user interface and user experience is modern and intuitive, whereas in PeopleSoft, it's functional but dated. So Dave Duffield, who's both the co-founder of both PeopleSoft and Workday, would probably agree. On to Workday Prism Analysis. Prism Analytics. This is advanced analytics solution within the Workday ecosystem that allows organizations to bring in external data, blend it with Workday, and analyze it. Now, I have to point out that the decision on how or if we are even going to use Workday Prism has not been made, but I did want to share some of the features, data ingestion, data preparation, and blending, secure sharing, and embedded analytics. Use cases, a lot of use cases are for workforce planning, financial analysis, and operational reporting. On the bottom right chart is a comparison of Workday Prism, Power BI, and Tableau. You notice that Workday Prism scales higher in the security as well as the ease of use categories. More to come there. All right, and last but not least, AI, the big media excitement around AI. What is Workday doing? Well, it does stand out as other software companies with its unique approach to artificial intelligence and machine learning. Um, if you think about PeopleSoft, that started back in 2005, the co-founders had a lot of time to really find out, like, what do our customers need? What are the most common business cases? What are the most common flows needed? So because Workday is pretty fairly new, it's learned a lot and it's been able to build in a lot of that logic into the delivered application. So with machine learning and with the number of customers Workday has, the last time I looked, I think it was like 500 million, with the same platform deployed across dozens of different applications. Not only is the user experience enhanced, but machine learning improves at a faster rate due to the vast amount of data being processed. Key applications with AI, Workday and AI, Workday Assistance for natural language queries uses optical character recognition for recognizing text in resumes, receipts, and images. And then generative AI. This is where content creation plays a big role for routine tasks like creating job descriptions, summarizing documents, and automating data entry. One really cool feature, once a job description is created, uh, within a short period of time, Workday can take that same job description and convert it into multiple different languages. Okay, and then Workday Illuminate. This is really Workday's generation of predictive analytics. This is where AI can understand complex requests, reason, plan, and take action on behalf of the user. It's acting like a digital team of business process experts. The platform also focuses on AI talent management, connecting employees to opportunities and creating personalized learning pathways. One point out that this is, of course, if Workday is configured to support this type of technology. So this pretty much concludes our presentation. I hope you learned a couple of things about HR data 101 and Workday. Taylor and I will stay online for the next 10 minutes to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Angelle.
Hey, Taylor, Angelle, there's a question in Q&A for you. I can read it if you're not able to see it, but it is, what are the key concepts or business practices around employee job data that will need to change when moving from PS to WD?
Angelle, this will be your question, I believe.
Hey, sorry. So key concepts moving from PeopleSoft to Workday. Um, so in PeopleSoft right now, any of our like action reasons that we currently use, we'll be turning those into business processes. Um, our Workday suite, and again, I think tomorrow's session can provide what's being um, implemented because I don't think the full suite has been scoped out yet, but basically trying to, we're planning to implement core HR, benefits, payroll, of course, I believe talent performance, and not sure about learn, but I would say it's on the list. If you want to learn more about like what is being implemented, attend tomorrow's session. All right, so we'll go ahead and close the session. So y'all feel free to reach out to Angelle Hammond if you have workday questions. But yes, I strongly advise anybody who has a question to attend Wednesday's 3 o'clock session. As the program has not been kicked off yet. So I want to make sure you get the latest, greatest information. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.